so lovely just being able to come outside, front door, and pick blackberries. Welcome to this week's vlog. We are back from Turkey. They're only just back from Turkey and I'm feeling a little bleary-eyed. We woke up at 3:30 Turkish time. They are 4 hours ahead and it's currently 5 p.m. UK time. So yes, a little jaded, but a wonderful, wonderful holiday and just gorgeous family time, and lovely seeing the children sort of so happy and animated. And Coco shared a room with her cousin Amy and it's just, they got on so brilliantly. It was brilliant. Anyway, very happy holiday. I am now out exploring a walk with the dogs. I've never been this way before. I'm just following my nose. No idea where I'm going to appear, but I just didn't want to sleep. So I just thought, come on, let's get out. The washing machine is on. Second load of washing is in. I have lack of hanging space. It actually was peeing with rain when we landed in England. It has brightened up, but I don't have a washing line outside yet. So I've only got one small error. But anyway, we will get there. But the washing machine is on. And Sai has done a food shop. I went to pick up Coco's saddle, which has been reflocked while we were away, so she can ride tomorrow. So we've got that. And then I thought, right, if I stay here, I'm going to just sort of probably go around in circles. So let's get out and get some good fresh air. Sai said that he had a few things that he wanted to do. So I've left him pottering, trying to find an extension lead and various other bits and pieces. So that is what's happening. Lots has happened at the house while we have been away. The shepherd's hut's drainage is in place. It doesn't have water yet, but it does have electricity. Seb, the electrician, has been busy. The chickens are now off mains electricity, their electric fence around their coop to keep them safe. And Di has painted the kitchen, which is looking really good. It actually feels much more spacious. And the kitchen is arriving next week. So in fact, I think part of that, hopefully, if it's all on schedule, will be in this week's vlog, which is terribly exciting. So I will share with you a little update. Seb's also put some light fittings up for us that we brought over from the other house, from our old house. And that's about it. I'm really pleased that it has stopped raining, because it really was a pretty bumpy landing and literally like torrential rain. But now it's much nicer and I need to slightly concentrate and work out where I'm going. But I just thought I would have a little explore and get to know the walks around us and where I can go. I'm on a footpath at the moment. I have been on a bridle path for a little bit, a bit of bridle path I haven't been on before. And I think I've got a relatively good sense of direction. I think I need to go that way and then hang a left. So that's my plan. But anyway, yeah, we're going to crack on and explore. Enjoy exploring is what I meant to say. Good morning. I think this has to be one of my favourite views, which you can't really see. The light is not loving this. Let me see if that's better. Slightly better. Let's hold it there for a moment. Isn't that just magical? I mean, it makes you just feel so happy to be alive. Walking out and having a dog walk and seeing that. Hang on a minute, we've got an entangle. Come on, girls, well done. Well, I didn't chat to you at all yesterday. I didn't put makeup on. I literally just scraped my hair back and sorted, organised. So basically with the move, a lot of stuff just got dumped in the big barn. And it started off making sense where things were being put, and then it was just sort of thrown in there. And so I was trying to make head nor tail of that, if that makes sense, yesterday, and also trying to organise the sitting room a little bit, because again, that's become a dumping ground. We have got all of our paintings in there, and we were just trying to work out what was going to go where, and moving bits of furniture around and putting furniture in the right places. It's not all completely in the right places yet, but Can't do that until there are a few pictures on the walls, and then we can move things again. It's sort of a jigsaw puzzle of sorting, and I just needed a day to get organised. Also, I'm struggling to get the laundry dry. It's a little bit, it was peeing with rain this morning, but we've only got one rather flimsy error. I haven't got any Sheila's maids up or anything like that, and I'm not even sure there's space for a Sheila's maid. So trying to get laundry dry is a little bit challenging. The Arga is on. I actually used it like normal yesterday. We had boiled eggs for breakfast, and then I cooked a couple of meals in it. Although, hang on, somebody just going for a run past me. I didn't want to be vlogging as they were running past. So yes, the Arga is fired up. She is absolutely brilliant. So I've got, probably told you this before, but I'm going to tell you again, a dual control Arga, electric Arga from Range Exchange. And that basically means that the top lids can be controlled separately to the ovens. So you can either have one lid on, two lids on, either or, lots of different systems. And they take about 10 minutes to heat up, so it's pretty easy. Those lids aren't to be left on the whole time, so it's not like a traditional old school Arga. The ovens can be left on the whole time, and you've got, again, options. You can have it in a slumber mode, or you can have them on full heat. So it's terribly, terribly flexible. And what's great about having the dual control is it's less electricity, so therefore cheaper to run, but it also doesn't radiate so much heat out into the room. At the moment I'm wanting the heat to dry the laundry, but I've got the Era sort of nuzzled up next to it. I'm not sure quite what's going to happen tomorrow. Sorry, hang on, the dog's... Well done, girls, you're having a wee. Sorry, this is also quite a good hill, so you might get quite a lot of huffing and puffing me. I'm not quite sure what's going to happen tomorrow because Dan, I hope, fingers crossed, is coming to start installing the kitchen. So I'm not quite sure how we're going to juggle things because I can't really make a temporary kitchen anywhere else. But I was hoping we might make a temporary kitchen outside in the utility room, but that hasn't happened. It's a long story. I was hoping Dan was going to do that before doing our kitchen, but he hasn't had time. So it's not ideal, but we will figure it out somehow or other. And it's just, the timing isn't brilliant with the end of the school holidays, all a bit hectic, all a bit crazy, but we will get there. Also, something very, very exciting has happened, but I'm about to start really huffing and puffing up as this hill is getting even steeper. I'm going to tell you about that in a mo. So I left you there in suspense for a moment. But the stables have arrived. I can't quite believe it. It's been such a saga. So basically, I bought them on Facebook Marketplace in April. We were planning on moving probably sort of June, July. And the guy shook my hand, said, no problem, I can store them for you. I'll bring them over when you're ready. I can even put them up for you. He was absolutely charming. I kept him updated sort of every week or 10 days saying, you know, things have been delayed, just waiting for the barn to be cleared out. We've now discovered we've got to put a base on the barn. His replies were, no problem, no rush. So that was fine. So when I was ready, I messaged him and said, I'm ready. Radio silence. Didn't reply for like 10 days. So then when I did get hold of him, he was like, well, I'm working down in Devon now for the next 6 weeks. I can't bring them. And it was quite unpleasant. So I called him and he hung up on him. And, you know, I was then, you know, quite stressed, but tried to be very polite, very courteous, and, you know, tried to explain the situation and didn't really get anywhere. Anyway, once we'd moved in, I messaged him again. Long and short of it, I paid for them to be delivered by somebody else, not him. And I now need to get somebody to put them up. But each panel needs at least 4 people to lift, so it's not an easy job. And also getting them from where they were behind his stable blocks, so access was jolly tricky. They had to get, I think, a crane to like lift them over, so it was all quite a saga. But anyway, I've got them. They arrived while we were away. Di videoed a little snippet of them being delivered. Unfortunately, it had rained for like 48 hours before he delivered them, so he couldn't drive them as close as we would have liked. So we now need to find some manpower to lift them and put them up. But we are making progress. And it's actually quite funny because one of you lovely followers sent me some stables that are near us in Sussex that were available on Facebook Marketplace, and I contacted them to see if they were still available and what have you. So I had backup, and I was thinking, well, I could buy those, and then if those don't come, I could sell one lot. But anyway, luckily it didn't need to come to that. We've got them, and hopefully they'll be up and in position relatively soon. But it's such a relief, and it was just stressful, and it didn't need to be stressful. And I kept thinking, have I been tricky? No, I kept him in the loop. We shook hands. He was charming, and then maybe he was just stressed with work or what have you. I don't really know, but anyway, I tried not to be like uber, because it was really nice that he stored them for me. I tried not to be like demanding. I tried not to be pushy. I tried not to be difficult. I think Si ringing him up probably antagonised him more, because Simon was like, we just need to know what's going on. I don't think he liked that, but anyway, they're here, so that is excellent. Such a beautiful day. I actually don't need my jumper on. It's quite hot. I think it's going to be lovely. I might end up changing into shorts and t-shirt. And today is another day of cleaning, organising, jobs, what have you. I'm just trying to get on top of stuff. Because there are things out in the barn. The barn isn't perfect dry storage. So, hang on. Dry storage. So before the weather turns, I need to get things, packed away properly, and I don't want things to ruin. So we just need to organise that. And also the cellar is very, very damp. There's a couple of things that went down there, like some cool bags that have gone mouldy already in literally a week. So I need to just organise things and make sure that they're in the right place. I'm not going to ruin. So that is today's mission. And then it's currently actually Bank Holiday Monday, so it's just sort of a quiet day. So I was actually going to the office for the day. One of the children's going up to London. One's going to a friend. And I'm just going to spend the day getting organised. And then tomorrow I need to focus on, hopefully the kitchen's coming, and we'll see. We'll see about that. I've got a bit of work I need to do tomorrow. I've got Sophie, my lovely photographer, coming. I've got some branded content that she's going to photograph for me. So that sort of stuff is happening. I also think I've got a very exciting friend coming to stay from across the pond. I think he's arriving tomorrow. So that is also very, very exciting. So I need to get a little bit organised for that. But I'm going to enjoy the rest of my walk. It's so beautiful. The girls, they're brilliant on this lead. Works a treat. And got Lola's lead around my neck just in case I need to pop her on. But actually she's really good at coming to heel. So I'm going to enjoy the rest of my walk with them and share snippets of things at home with you later, because I'm sorry I was terrible yesterday at doing that. I don't know where today has gone. It's now literally just gone 5, and I last chatted to you this morning. I don't really know what I've been doing. Faffing with laundry and cleaning and moving things from one place to another. And Coco's got a friend here. There they are. They've just gone out for a hike together. So Archer's gone up to London. I dropped her at the station. I then went and picked up Coco's friend, and they have been at the house today to have pasta for lunch. I'm going for all the easy options. I'm just about to go and find a Tupperware and go and see if I can pick some blackberries. It is that time of year, and I don't know if I don't think I can make jam yet without a functioning kitchen, just an Arga. So I probably won't do that yet, but I'm going to pick some blackberries in readiness. And also what is very exciting is we have got our own apples here. Kitchen garden is coming on nicely. I've still got to plant the geraniums out, haven't done that yet, but we've got some apple trees here, and I'm sure that there's some cookers in amongst here. That tree there, I think, has got cooking apples on it, so it's very, very exciting because I haven't had apples that I've been able to use to make my apple and blackberry jam from our own garden, and now I have, which is really exciting. And those look like nice little eating apples. I haven't tried them yet, but I'm going to go and find Tupperware, which I think might be down in the cellar. Laundry disaster. It's fallen over. The laundry is proving slightly tricky, and actually the sun has gone from around here anyway, so I'm going to sort this little lot out before finding a Tupperware. I've got laundry sort of on all the chests there because I'm trying to get it dry, and it's not easy. I need somebody to put me up a proper washing line. Anyway, I'm just looking around the garden thinking, where can it go? But anyway, let's sort this little lot out. So annoying. Well, hello. I had grand plans of chatting to you earlier today, but it's been crazy. I am just sat at the train station waiting to pick up Archie, and I've got 5 minutes. I thought I'd catch up with you on everything that's been going on. So Simon and I woke up quite early, like 6:45, took the dogs for a lovely walk. Gus, oh, you've just fallen off. Hang on a minute. Hopefully that works. Gus has had a problem with one of his ears since we were in Turkey, and I have tried the warm olive oil and garlic to sort of soften it and release the pressure, but it has been keeping him awake at night, and he has been in quite a lot of pain. So I spent 45 minutes trying to get through to the doctor's surgery this morning because it's been a bank holiday, and actually I was umming and ahhing about taking him to A&E last night, but there seemed like not necessary for A&E, but he's been in quite a lot of discomfort from it. So anyway, I spoke to the doctors this morning, and they were like, oh, go to the pharmacist. We don't do appointments for children's ears. The pharmacist can look in and prescribe antibiotics. So I was like, okay, fine. We will do that. And actually it was a really great service with the pharmacist, and Simon took him. Simon was like, you're gonna have to take him now, and I was like, no, I've just lost 45 minutes sat here trying to get through to the doctors. I've got a photo shoot, and so I told you yesterday Sophie was coming today. I only had 2 hours with her, and I had quite a lot of content that we needed to shoot. In fact, it's going to be me opening the car door, cut you off, but I needed a bit of that. So Sophie and I had lots to do. Sophie, I don't think, has been since June, and I had some content that I needed to get shot ASAP. She's been on holiday, we've been on holiday, and it's been in the diary for about 3 or 4 weeks that she was coming today for a couple of hours. So I had that this morning. Arch stayed in London last night. Coco's feeling a little bit under the weather. She's got a cold from our holiday, and Theodore's arriving. So it's just been like one of those days of just rushing. I just love Theodore. He's currently at the house prepping supper and saving my Miele vacuum cleaners. So I've got 2, one that was in the B&B room, one that was in the house. And actually with the move, I think they were used a bit in the kitchen. I mean, I used them. Oh, hang on, the phone's ringing. I told you it was one of those days. So yeah, Theodore is rescuing the vacuum cleaners. I think while we're away, one got used as sort of more of a builder's job than the job that I had used it for. So I've bought new filters and new bags and new like air filters as well, so the Theo is getting them a quick overhaul, and that's how our friendship started. Theodore has a podcast called Canyon Home. I'm sure it's called Canyon Home. I'll leave it linked down below. And I was listening to his podcast, and I just sent him a message saying, I think you're super. And he wrote back and said, I think you are as well. And that is how our friendship started. And actually it was Theodore that gave me the idea to move back in January. He was staying with us, and he said a few things which sowed the seed that made me make the phone call to see if the house that we've moved into was still available. And that's how it all happened. And so when I drove him up to the house before he went back to America when he was here in January, and I said, this is it, we can't go and look at it at the moment, but I'm just going to take you for a quick drive by. And he was like, I can't believe that this time I'm here visiting you, we're actually driving here and this is your new home. So I've just given him like a whistle top like tour of the new home and left him prepping supper and rescuing the vacuum cleaners while I pick up a child. So that is a quick kind of what's been going on today. Also, another really bizarre thing. So during the move, I was sorting through a lot of our children's clothes, old clothes from when they were tiny, and there was lots of things that would be perfect for my nephew Anton. And I packed up 2 boxes of things to send out to Austria. They live in Austria. And it's not easy because of Brexit just to send boxes, and there's customs and they were going to be charged a huge amount, and it just, one thing after another, I ended up not sending the boxes. And yesterday a friend popped over to pick up her daughter, and she said, oh, I'm off to Austria to know where your brother lives on Wednesday. And I was like, are you really? Could you take some stuff for me? She was like, yeah, of course I can. I was like, I'll pay for a suitcase for you to check. She was just taking carry-on. I was like, can I pay for a suitcase for you? And will you take a suitcase of stuff out to them? So this morning, before I picked up Theodore, I quickly opened up all the boxes that had my brother's name on, big barn, thinking, and I did say to Ed, you're going to have to come over and get your stuff, because when he lived in the UK, when he moved abroad, he left loads of stuff at our house. So not only have I got all of the baby clothes that were going out to Anton, I've got a lot of his stuff, so I put some of that in the boxes. I've got pictures, I've got medical books, I've got all sorts of things of his, which he'll have to come and get another time, but at least I've got a case full of stuff. So I packed that up, dropped that over at my friend's house, so she's taking that out to Austria. I'm sweating because it is actually now really hot. This is a new shirt which has been kindly gifted to me by WNU, which stands for with nothing underneath, and I love it. The quality, it's got a really big collar. The quality is stunning. It's their boyfriend, the lighting isn't great, I'm sorry guys. It's their boyfriend shirt, boyfriend linen. It's so gorgeous. So this was one of the things that Sophie and I were photographing, and I loved it so much I have left it on, and it is a really, really gorgeous shirt. So it is actually possibly more of like a summer floaty dress day rather than jeans and a shirt, but that's what I was wearing first thing this morning. So that is a quick roundup of what I've been up to and why I haven't vlogged anything. Also, Dan was coming to start the kitchen today, but that hasn't happened. The kitchen hasn't been delivered yet. I don't know when it's going to be delivered. Hopefully this week. I don't have a date yet. It was today. But Dan is coming tomorrow apparently to do other things, so that is excellent. So that is a quick update on everything that's been going on. I've also got a Zoom with my members club this evening, and Theodore is going to join me for that. So we're going to have an early supper before. And that's, yeah, it's a quick roundup. And the train is due in any second. So actually, I'm going to go and stand on the platform, cool down slightly, and see you later. So it's going to be a little bit of a crazy day here. Drea is back. In fact, we've got the boys. We've got the boys, lots of them, who are moving the stables from here to the barn that they're going in, which is very, very exciting. I think by the end of the day we might have stables, and I can't quite believe that I'm saying that, because you guys, if you've been here for a while, will know about the stable saga, and I actually did explain it in this vlog yesterday. I think I did. So yeah, we've got the heavies in. You can see them just behind the roses, and they're going to have to manhandle them from there over there. So this is a very, very exciting moment. It's also a completely crazy day because we've got Nigel here who is making our house a home, and I'm going to share more about that over on my blog next week. But he is here doing all sorts of things, and so it's going to be a very, very busy day.
Well, these ones, we lifted these ones when they got here. Oh, that's all right, we can lift them. But of course, these were underneath, so we couldn't. There's no turbines. We could lift them up there. These were. But one person can't. Right. Top look upside down.
Yeah.
It's only because back, we're looking at back, Max's back.
Okay.
And the smaller version there. I didn't have the roof. No problems. Yeah. But to even lift these, we can't move them.
Okay. Well done, boys. So we've got down here, Theodore is helping, and we are beginning to make out here a utility room using the old kitchen from the house. So we've bought the kitchen from here down into here, and we are working out the best plan and the best layout to reuse this space. So it's happening. We've got the first stable almost up. These boys are amazing. This stable number 1, that is the panel that is unbelievably heavy and proved quite tricky, and then the other stable is going to go here. So it's quite exciting. We brought the rubber matting over from our old stables, so it's happening. And actually there's quite a good overhang here, so we can tie the horses up and not get really, really wet in winter when the weather's foul. So actually this is a really good space, really usable, very exciting. And the dogs aren't overly happy because we had to shut them away because there's just too much going on. So that is why the dogs are being noisy in the background. So it's a complete oh, that's something. Oh my goodness, it is a total madhouse here. And actually I just pressed record and the door creaked, but I thought that it was actually somebody, you know, making another kind of noise because it sounded kind of similar, and we've just had such a giggle. But all sorts is going on, all sorts. I just said to Theodore, sometimes I want to have a camera here and just be able to film all of the utter madness. Theodore is just amazing. I have appointed him as creative director because we have got like so much going on. We've got Nigel hanging pictures, so that's on next week's vlog. I've probably already told you that. We've got Dan doing the utility room, the stables, and then the children keep saying, "Mama, Mama, Mama." I'm like, so
I guess we don't have duct taped here. I'm just kidding.
No, we need duct tape. We've just had a moment outside, just sitting down, having a cup of tea and a biscuit, just decompressing for a while. But things are happening. We've got a picture up here. We are working out what pictures are going up. We've got a selection down there. I
have some pictures for you.
And Theodore's got some ideas. So we're going to chat through the ideas, and then Nigel is going to come and put them into action, which is very, very exciting. I do feel like we're making huge progress today, and that is a good feeling. So they've done such a good job. I haven't finished. This is just the first stables. They put these wooden supports in. So there is a step into the stables, but to level it, because this barn is quite uneven, they have put these mantles in. Done a brilliant job. It's reinforced over here and here, and then they put this in, and then they're just about to start. I think they're having a lunch break on the second stable. I'm just going to go in this space, and they're using the wooden poles here to roll. These panels are just crazy heavy. They've got 2 of them, but huge progress. It's very, very exciting. I've probably said that so many times in this vlog, so apologies if I have, but yeah, it's all happening today. So now we've popped into the utility room to Dan, and it's all happening. reusing, love it. Washing machine's going to go in here. Obviously the sinks are there, and then we're going to put this freezer, and we've got another freezer. We're going to go in that corner next to one another, and then this unit is going in here. And this piece of furniture that was in the kitchen at our old house. So it is all coming together. Luckily, Theodore's here because he is so good visually, and I think I'm feeling like quite frazzled by it all, like having to make a lot of decisions in one go. So it's really lovely having a second pair of eyes, and it's like, actually, that would work better there, Charlie, and what about that? And it's like, yes, that is a good idea. So it's really, really lovely having him here as well. I can't believe I'm about to say these words, but we have got stables. They're done. They've done a brilliant, brilliant job. The guys are just leaving. They've got such a good attitude. A can-do attitude. I love a can-do attitude. They moved the kennels over from our other house, and we don't use the kennels very often, although the dogs are in them right now, but they're there just in case we need them. And they sleep in the kitchen. They're in the kitchen pretty much the entire time and in the house with us. But everybody was like, you can't move the kennels. They're stuck. They're concreted in. They're unmovable. And these guys managed to move them. They've got quite a lot of stuff that I need to sort out here. But we have got stables here and a really good space in front of the stables. And then over here, there's quite a lot of hard standing, more than I thought, so that's going to be really good for various bits and pieces. So that is really, really exciting. We might just go and see how Dan is getting on with the utility room, and Nigel is going great guns with the pictures. He's so speedy. So he's done 2 of the children's rooms, sitting room. Snug is almost planned, and it's all happening. So it's been an absolutely crazy day. I am feeling a bit pooped, to be perfectly honest. Like, it's been so productive, and these days like fill my cup. They're like the best days. But at the same time, when you have everybody asking you questions and you've got to make decisions quickly, and like, I hadn't planned for all this to be happening today. The kitchen was supposed to have arrived yesterday, so Dan was going to be on kitchen duty, but he's been sort of on standby waiting for that, and I was like, well, maybe you could start on the utility room. So that is brilliant. We don't have water down there yet. I don't know when that's going to happen, but it will at some point. Simon did hear back from the plumber yesterday. So we'll get water down there, and then that will be a really great space and really brilliant. So I can't wait for that. One of the children got it looking really clean and vacuumed it. They said to me, I think I swallowed a few cobwebs in the process. And then the stables are up, and then we have been busy, Theodore and I, doing pictures, which I'm going to share more with you next week in my how-to video talking about picture hanging and working out space. But this place is beginning to really feel like home, which is super exciting. I'm going to give you a quick look of this corner. So exciting. It's really, really lovely to have pictures hanging up, lamps that are working, and I can't wait to share more with you. But for now, I am actually going to sit down. I'm going to do an hour of work. Theodore has gone to have a shower, and we're all going to the pub for supper, which will be really lovely. Oh, little update on the kitchen scenario. So Dan thinks that the kitchen could be delivered tomorrow or Friday. And this space, which has been our temporary kitchen, which Di painted while we were away, has got to be empty before it arrives. So the kitchen table has gone. That has got to go probably into the sitting room. And then that piece of furniture that's there holding a few things might go there, or actually we might just take it down to the utility room, because I'm not going to be cooking really anything. I'm not even thinking about it. I'm not stressing. We've got the Arga, we've got the sink. We're not going to have a table. We're just going to be camping even more so for the next however long. But it's fine. Dan just needs as much of this space as possible for when the units arrive. If best case scenario, they arrive tomorrow, then probably by the end of next week, life will be a lot easier. So we just have to be patient, and Lola is just shaking paws with me, aren't you, darling? But a quick glimpse of the green colour. Well, they're behind me, so that's going to be the green of the units. And a bit there. Obviously we've got the Arga. I don't know why somebody's put 2 pot noodles on the top. Let's move those out of the way. Literally, I feel like my world just being like... But it's fine. I think what's really hard... Oh, the washing machine's finished. What's really hard is being like a homemaker and wanting everything to be perfect when it's far from perfect and you're in this sort of state of disarray, and it's only going to get worse before it gets better. But then once it's got better, it's going to be amazing. But you just have to be patient, and you just have to go with it, and we'll get there. And we have made monumental progress today, like the utility room. Should we just go down there now with nobody there? Because it's currently quite quiet. Just fed the doggies. And yeah, it's not a madhouse like it has been literally since 8 a.m. today. And it's quite nice just to kind of breathe, have a moment. My right eye, you can't see it, I'm sure you can't see it, but I can feel it. It's like twitching from being stressed. It's just like the sheer volume of decision making, and people saying, like, I've had 3 children going, mummy, mummy, mummy. I've had, huge decisions I've had to make of where pictures are going, how things are going to be, the layout of hair. And Theodore's timing, he's amazing. Like, having a friend like him, I'm going to prop you up here because actually my arm is aching holding you. Let's prop you up there. Having Theodore here has just been so helpful. One of the children said to me earlier, we just love him, mummy. He's brilliant. He is so brilliant. In a lovely kind of gentle, calm way. When I had my Zoom for my members club yesterday, he was like, I'm joining you. We'll chat. We'll do it together. And he's just such a lovely, lovely person to have around. And he was here in January when this idea happened. And now it's so lovely having him here while it all takes shape. And we chat on the phone frequently when he's in America, probably once a week. We will just chat while we're both doing jobs and both sorting and maybe folding laundry or whatever it is. And I feel very, very lucky to have him as a friend. But this is the new clean utility room. So the washing machine will be pushed back in there. And then I've got, let me pick you up, sink there and cupboard underneath. You can see it's not very attractive. And this is the old kitchen that was in the house here. And you can see probably from looking at that why we're putting in a new kitchen. It's part of my job. It's what I do. But this out here will work brilliantly. So I'm thinking flower arranging, washing dogs, all sorts of things. 2 freezers, so lucky. And then I might just put, I don't know, some shelves, vases, whatever. Lots of vases, lots of things. I can hang dried flowers from here. I've got this piece of furniture which is going to be really useful for putting linens and storing things. and I'm just going to make this space really, really lovely. Probably will give it a lick of paint. Probably should have given it a lick of paint first, but I haven't. But that's it. So really exciting to share that with you. I am going to go and actually just sit down, catch up on messages, emails, all that jazz, and I will chat to you all tomorrow now. It is the most beautiful morning. It's about 8 a.m. and look at that blue sky behind me. It's stunning. I'm just out with the dogs and I've just had a text message from Dan the carpenter to say that the kitchen is arriving today, which is very exciting. It's coming this afternoon. So we've taken the big table out of the kitchen, but I now need to take the rest out, although I've got some mummy duties I need to do first. Back to school stuff. We are heading up to Scotland tomorrow, so today is going to be a very busy day. I've been sleeping a lot better, but I didn't sleep brilliantly last night. My mind was whirring. Got to do this, got to do that. Where's that? What do I do with that? But it's fine. It's absolutely fine. Theodore is still here, so I have got an extra pair of hands, and it's going to be a busy but productive day. And that is great news that the kitchen is arriving, because it means we might still be able to get the worktop done at the same time. We'll just see. We will just see. Otherwise, we're going to be delayed by a week, which is not ideal. Anyway, it's fine. But I just wanted to share that good news with you all. So a very, very exciting delivery has arrived, the kitchen, which is good. It's very exciting. Dear Theodore has been literally taken charge of everything today. We had to move the kitchen into the sitting room, which we were reluctant to do, weren't we? Because we were just making that room really lovely. But Nigel's finished all the pictures for now, hasn't he?
Yeah.
So that is good. And yeah, let's go and have a look at the kitchen. So ignore Simon's top there, but this is beginning to look quite real. Dan has laid out how the kitchen is going to look. So the dishwasher is going to go here, my sink here, corner unit there, double cupboard there, and then this here, which is very, very exciting. And this part, sorry about Florence, we've had to shut her in the kennel. This is going to be my peninsula. Dan, this is very exciting. It's looking good. And over there is my larder cupboard. So this has also happened today, a washing line. And I know it might sound ridiculous, but this makes me very, very happy. Nigel has even popped a bit of copper on the top of a bamboo to give me a prop. And it's amazing how quickly you can get a load of washing dry on a line. I don't have the perfect place to put it. Well, the really perfect place to put it, but it would drive me bonkers. Was if we sunk a post behind the hedge there and ran a line all the way across there. But can you imagine? Can you imagine how awful it would be, ruining the view with your washing hanging there? So we thought against that because it was just not on. So here is my washing line, which makes me very, very happy. It has been another busy day here. Girls, be quiet because of the kitchen being delivered. Nigel came. What was I doing this morning? Oh, this morning Theodore and I were moving the kitchen from the kitchen into the sitting room and just getting things organised. And then Nigel has done the pictures in our bedroom, the downstairs loo, and he's done other bits and pieces. So it's been busy. It's been busy. It's now 4 o'clock and I'm feeling tired. And I've still got to do the packing for back to school because we're leaving at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. So it's kind of, yeah, action stations. But I have got a few things that have arrived that I want to share with you upstairs. So I'm going to do that in a minute. I'm just going to finish organising laundry and get that sorted, and then I'll take you upstairs and we'll do a little bit of a unboxing together. We're currently in a state of mild chaos up here in my bedroom, but I promised you I would share with you what I got. So here it goes. And the reason why it's chaotic is because Nigel has been putting up pictures, so I had to move everything sort of onto the bed and onto there. And I'm about to start packing to go up to Scotland, so it's chaos. But new pyjamas. So these are from So Sook, And this is my third pair of pyjamas from them. In fact, the first pair I got might be time to retire them because they have been so well worn. They have definitely seen better days. I just thought that print was very, very pretty. So some new jammies, and you can tell I love them because this is my third pair. They really are beautiful, beautiful cotton, and they last. And I think the other pairs I have got, the oldest pair is probably 4 or 5 years old. So they definitely wear well. And then the next thing I got, and I was about to open this, and I thought, no, I will do it with all of you and share with you. This is for the new kitchen. So my colour scheme in my kitchen is pink and green, which actually is also the colour scheme up here as well, but I just love it. So some oven gloves for the Aga. And then I went with these. In fact, I got 2 pairs. The green pair, I love their labels. I love the way they do things. So the green ones, and they have this little loop, which I find really handy too. And I thought, new kitchen, new Aga pads. And then this pair are similar to pyjamas, just a different colourway. And I thought, sticking with the pink and green theme, those would look really, really super in the new kitchen. So I got those. So that is what I got from So Sue. And then the other order I did, this is from Kate Barton, and this is in their sale. And I've got a few pieces from Kate Barton. So my Christmas dress, the burgundy corduroy dress, and then a denim version, and then my lovely green and cream check dress that I've worn a lot this summer, and then this is their Edwardian blouse. And I actually thought this would be really useful for the trip up to Scotland. It is in a cream, I think they call it cream. It doesn't say on here, but I went for the cream, and I thought that would just be really useful and really pretty and beautiful linen fabric. So those are recent purchases that I got that I wanted to share with you. I don't have discount codes for them, but really, really lovely brands that I have tried and tested, worn them, used them, and absolutely love them. So those are them. I just having a moment, need to finish folding laundry and sorting and then packing, so I'm going to go crack on and get that done. It seems to be endless laundry at the moment with being away and then getting everything ready for back to school. It's just been non-stop, and I'm very, very pleased I've got my washing line up and running now. So we're currently busy packing. Got Gus's suitcase out here, and Archer's doing his own packing, and I've got Gus running up and down from his bedroom down to here. I thought it was easier just to put the suitcase out here and have like one central packing station, and that's not normally what I do at the beginning of term, and just sort everything out. Theodore has taken the dogs for a walk. Simon has gone for a ride with Coco. He's gone on his bicycle, and it's just a quiet moment, and I thought, just finish chatting to you for this week's vlog. There has been so much going on. I hadn't planned for this week to be as crazy as it has been. I always knew that Theodore was coming, and I thought that the kitchen was coming a few days ago, but I hadn't anticipated the stables to have happened and Nigel to be free. Nigel's now away for 4 weeks, so it was like, either we do this now and just blitz it out, or it doesn't happen for a while. And actually it's so nice to have the artwork up. We were tripping over, well, not tripping over it, but we couldn't actually use the room next door because there were paintings and things everywhere. And so now it's on the walls. We can really make this place homely and really lovely. And I'm sharing more of that process in Tuesday's blog. Theodore was just amazing and so helpful. His timing was incredible. So we thought, when we initially talked about him coming, we thought that the kitchen would have been finished by now and he was going to help me set up the kitchen and get that all organised, but it hasn't worked like that actually. In some ways I think it's worked out better. we've got the kitchen laid out, and so we can talk that through this evening when we're having dinner. We're going to have a barbecue in an hour or so. But there's just been a lot going on. I'm so pleased I had a rest last week and sort of recharged and ready for it. And I know that once everyone's gone back to school, it's going to be a lot calmer. I can catch my breath and not be rushing around quite so much. But I really hope that you've enjoyed what I've shared with you this week. Thank you for your ongoing love, support and kindness. It has kept me going through this. Quite a few people have said, I can't believe you've kept kind of vlogging and working. I know I had last week off, but your support has meant the world to me. I'm really, really grateful for it. And it's been so fun having Theodore here, and actually it's kind of taken my mind off back to school. Don't really like back to school. I always get back to school blues. So at least I've got a few days with Coco before she heads back. Just her and us. And she's local, so that makes it a whole lot better. But anyway, I need to concentrate on the packing, so I'm going to love and leave you, and I will see you next week. I hope you have a super, super weekend.